Well, good morning. This is the 2024 Memorial Day Parade and events today, and it is an absolutely beautiful day here in Stoughton. It's a perfect day to give tribute to our veterans, and the parade participants are lined up and ready to go. The parade will be starting in about 5 minutes, and I am Kathy Rigdon. I'm here today narrating the parade along with Doug Barr, I'm a member of the American Legion Auxiliary. My membership with the Auxiliary is through my father, who is a World War II veteran, and I do have two brothers that served during peacetime. And Doug is a member of the American Legion Post 59 in Stoughton, too. And Doug, why don't we talk about your service to the country?
Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I was in the United States Navy during 1975 to 1979 peacetime. I was a hospital corpsman stationed. My last duty station was in Corpus Christi, Texas, at the Naval Regional Medical Center. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank all our veterans and even their family members. When a veteran would go out to a war or some event somewhere, their spouses would always they'd be at home taking care of the family, and that's important to remember that. So anyway, thanks, Gav.
You bet. And it's important to recognize the veterans for all they do. And throughout the year, when we see a veteran, we should be thanking them. But the veterans that we honor throughout the year, and especially on Veterans Day in November. But today is the day to remember the fallen veterans. This is about those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. So just so you know, this parade is not being taped live to be shown. It'll be taped, and you'll be able to watch it afterwards. And there is a Memorial Day program at the Man Park afterwards. And today they're focusing on the fallen veterans, specifically of Stoughton during the Vietnam War. They're going to be talking about and highlighting Mike Mulcahy, who died in Vietnam on September 13th, 1967. Tom Blaha, who died in February 2nd, 1968. Ken Fortney, who died on March 3rd, 1968. And Larry Bender, who died on May 31st, 1968. All Stoughton veterans in Vietnam. Some of the members of this that have passed here, some of the veterans who have passed, their family are members of the American Legion American Legion here in Stoughton. So we'd like to take a moment to thank the parade, talk about the parade, and thank the men and women who have served ensuring our freedom. And you will see today a banner as the parade starts that says, "Freedom is not free." And please take a moment again to honor and remember all of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. The parade will begin at 10 o'clock at the South Prairie Street and proceed down Main Street to 4th Street, and at the end at the Mann Community Center, where the Memorial Day program today will begin at 11 o'clock. The Stoughton Band will be performing this year. The parade today is being directed by Mike Ayers and Rick Cumlin. We would also like to thank Stoughton's local channel, WSTO, for sending Jordan Hake, sorry about that, Jordan, to the Memorial Day program. And she will also be taping this Memorial Day program afterwards. So, Doug, what would you like to have to say about different things?
Well, I'm just honored to be here today to help Kathy narrate the parade. Looking forward to it. I know there's a lot of time and effort that goes into putting on a parade or an event like this. So it's good, and it seems like there's going to be a good turnout as well.
Doug, you're right. There's a lot of effort. Several months that they put into putting this parade together, lining up the cars, the people that are in it. And I do see that the chief of police is going to be starting the parade pretty soon. The lights are on. Why don't we talk a little bit about the some just public service announcements, all right?
Okay, so we'll talk about the VFW Badger Post 328 that's located at 200 Veterans Road here in Stoughton. Some things that maybe some people don't know, that the bar is open to the public, and they also serve a great lunch every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They also have a fantastic Friday night fish fry every Friday.
And when you go to the fish fry, if you don't want to go into the VFW to order and to eat, you can order through the phone and you can go and pick it up and take it home. Very good fish fry.
I've been there many times, and it is very, very good. Didn't they just do they're just doing a remodel on the VFW, correct?
Yes, they're doing a remodel and they're fundraising. So if you would like to, please donate some money to the American Legion VFW Post 328. They would appreciate any donation they could get for that remodel.
So also the American Legion Post 59, which we're both members of, different parts of it, but we are members as of that organization. It's located at 803 North Page Street here in Stoughton. Their bar is also open to the public. They have a meat raffle once a month on Saturday during the summer. If you've never been to a meat raffle, it's a lot of fun, especially when you win. But but even if you don't, it's still a lot of fun.
Okay, and there is a breakfast too on the third Sunday of every month. Thank you, Doug, for reminding me. So the parade's going to start. Why don't you start us off, Doug?
All right, the parade is led today by the Stoughton Police Chief, Dan Jenks. Our mounted parade marshal is Mary Hogan, riding her horse, Boaz, and carrying the American flag. Mary is a member of the American Legion Auxiliary. This is Boaz's second year in the parade. Next is the American Legion Color Guard. This year's Color Guard is made up of Jim Schifferl, Arlen Tigan, Tom Jenny, Mike Gerard, and Rick Farron. They are all members of the American Legion Honor Guard and provide many military rights services at funerals in the area. Making their way up the street now in the parade are the 3rd District American Legion Riders. They are all veterans and members of the American Legion from posts around southwest Wisconsin. The Stoughton High School Marching Band is led by Director Dan Schmidt, and here they come down the street.
Boy, aren't we proud of our Stoughton band, and their uniforms are just beautiful, aren't they?
They really are. I remember my 2 kids were both in a Stoughton High School band, and they had the white uniforms years ago. I think they were made out of wool, so they were quite warm. I remember my children telling me that they liked it cooler days. So riding in the first car are the honored parade marshals, Michael Curry and Rob Drogsvold. Michael is the commander of the Otis Sampson American Legion Post 59 And Rob is the commander of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Badger Post 328. The car is owned and driven by Arnie Dahl.
Both of those commanders worked very hard with both with the American Legion Post 59 and the VFW Post 328.
I remember cars like that. It was like they're almost like boats.
Now be careful. We don't want to know about your memories on cars like this.
No, you could put a lot of luggage in the trunks of those things.
You know, I can't get over how beautiful this day is, considering how many rainstorms and thunderstorms we've had, and we're supposed to be having thunder this afternoon too. So we're so lucky that we're being blessed with this great weather.
Oh, I agree, Kathy. It's been. I don't know if the rain is helpful for our farmers or too much rain. It may not be, but it's certainly been a very active weather week. Okay, so next we have our two past commanders of the American Legion, Sonny Swangstu and Joe Erickson, riding in a Chevy Chevelle, which is owned and driven by Gary Henson.
Well, I see that Joe is in the car, but I don't see where Sonny is. So I don't know if he ended up being in another car or if he just didn't make it today.
Yeah.
Following in the next car are two of the more past post commanders. Rob Koyo in the front seat is the VFW past commander, and in the back seat is Bill Redepenning, who served as the American Legion commander before Sonny Swangstu. They're riding a 1970 Olds Delta 88, owned and driven by Matt McQuillan. Coming in the next three cars are the Stoughton area Purple Heart veterans. The Purple Heart is the oldest active military award in the United States and is presented to individuals who have shown military merit and sustained wounds under combat conditions. In the first car are the Purple Heart recipients Greg Vodak and David Harvey. Greg served in the Vietnam War in the Marine Corps, and David served in the Marine Corps also. They're riding a Chrysler Sebring convertible owned by Lori Hodge and driven by Marty Zeffel. The upcoming car here, seated in this next car, is a Purple Heart recipient, Michael Johnson. He served in the Army during the Vietnam War. He is being driven in a Mustang convertible, owned and driven by Dwayne Stranley. If you don't know what a Purple Heart looks like at the American Legion Post 59, there are displays with the Purple Heart award on the wall, so you can see an actual pin. In the third Purple Heart car is Ken Whitford. He is the driver and owner of the Pontiac Solstice. He served in the Vietnam War, and he is accompanied by his brother in the parade today. Very proud. Boy, that's a cool car to be
That is.
riding in.
That's
And in the next upcoming car is the Stoughton Korean War veteran, Melvin Army. Melvin served in the Army during the Korean War period. He is riding in a Mercedes-Benz 440, owned and driven by American Legion Auxiliary member Kate Shield. See if we can see if Melvin's going to wave at us. There we. Oh, and I think that might be some of Mel's relatives.
Carrying the Freedom is Not Free banner and leading the Veterans Float this morning is Sons of American Legion Squadron member Dean Stengham and American Legion Auxiliary member Julie Stengham. Seated on the float are Stoughton area veterans from all branches of service from all eras. They are being saluted by the crowd as they drive by. It's so good to see so many of our local veterans on the float this morning, Kathy. The driver is Paul Botham.
Absolutely. I see Roger Hansen. He's on the honor guard. Also, Father Randy from St. Anne's Church. Great to see these veterans here.
Following our veterans float is a 1970 M35A2 cargo truck owned by American Legion member Larry Johnson. This is a 2.5-ton cargo truck and better known by military personnel as a deuce and a half. It is licensed as a historic military vehicle, and during the Vietnam War it was used to transport food, supplies, and ammunition to the soldiers on the front line.
Boy, Larry is very proud of that truck too, and he has it in the parade every year.
Coming next is the American Legion Honor Guard bus. The Honor Guard members ride together in the van to attend the many funerals they attend. There are 22 Honor Guard members with 19 members active at this time. They conducted 32 military honors last year and 11 already this year at funerals in Stoughton and the surrounding areas, including Madison. They also participate in area events such as the raising and lowering of the flags on opening day of the Dane County Fair every year. At the program this morning, they will be conducting the flag folding ceremony, rifle salute, and taps. This is a very busy honor guard, and Stoughton is very, very lucky to have them.
Our program has 2 speakers this year. The first guest speaker is Jenna Jacobson, who is our State Assembly representative for District 43, which includes Stoughton. She was elected to the State Assembly in 2022 and lives in Oregon. She is a great supporter and a friend of the veterans, supporting many programs and issues affecting Wisconsin veterans. Jenna is riding in a Mustang owned and driven by Donna Nolan. I'm sorry about that. Wife of VFW Commander Patrick Nolan. In the next car is our other program guest speaker, Corey Geiser. Corey is a Wisconsin VFW National Council member. He was elected at the state convention this year as the new state commander. He served 7 years in the Army in both Korea and a 15-month tour in Iraq in Operation Iraqi Freedom. He is riding in a Chrysler 200 convertible owned and driven by Jeanette Williamson. And as they're going by here, is our Master of Ceremonies for today's program, Jordan Tillison. Jordan is the Junior Vice Commander of the Stoughton VFW Post 328 and also a VFW Legislative Chair. Jordan is riding in a 1990 Buick Retina, or what is that called, Retina? Owned and driven by James Schumacher. And next is the Mayor Tim Swadley. Everybody knows him. He's going to give a welcoming speech to today's program at the Mann Center. He's riding in a 1968 Firebird convertible owned by American Legion member Mike Ayers and driven by Mike's son, Jason Ayers. Now in this next car is today's program chaplain, Sarah Eretz from the First Lutheran Church. The pastor will be giving an invocation and benediction at today's program. She's riding in an Audi convertible owned and driven by American Legion member Louise Christopher. In the next car is the VFW Unit 328 President Sandy Sproul and President-elect Joanne Bartley, member Sam Eifert. Their car is owned and driven by Fran Luther. Want to thank Fran for giving me a little breather. She kind of gave a little bit of. I was kind of rushing to get through all those cars.
Well, some of those older cars, they got to get them up to speed every once in a while. Glad the police chief was in front of the parade. So coming up next in the lineup is the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 59 past presidents Elvira Phelps, Marlene Bierman, and Linda Swangstu. All three are past presidents of the auxiliary. They are riding in a Mustang convertible owned and driven by auxiliary member Sharon Silbach. 2024 is the centennial year for the Stoughton Legion Auxiliary. It was established on August 14th, 1924. They will be having a 100-year anniversary celebration event later this summer at the American Legion. It's ironic because the Stoughton Lions Club is also having our 100th anniversary this year. Yep.
Are they?
So I'm the president of that club.
Yes, you've been working very hard at that. I saw you at Setting a Mayan. Holy cow, it was hot there, and you guys were working. Every time I went by the stand, you were there.
That was a long weekend. It was great weather again. Next up is the 2024 American Legion Auxiliary Miss Poppy, Olivia Holt. And Olivia is a 6th grade student at River Bluff Middle School. Olivia is the daughter of Joshua and Katie Holt. Her dad served in the Army from 1998 to 2023. She is an only child but has a dog named Armani. She's riding in a VW Beetle owned by the auxiliary and SAL members Tina Nelson and Hardy Kruger. So now let's listen to the River Bluff Middle School Marching Band directed by band director Ms. Bailey Dean. So the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of Stoughton have lined the parade route on Main Street and have been saluting veterans as they pass by, and have been handing our flags to little ones in the crowd. They will join in the parade now and march on to the Mant Center, where they will participate in the wreath ceremony and floral tributes.
Isn't that cute now? They're just going by and falling in line for the rest of the parade here.
And then, so just going back to, just want to say, Miss Poppy serves as an advocate for the Poppy program, which is a very important program, I might add. So the Stoughton Police and the Stoughton Area EMS with EMS Director Lisa, thank you, say that again?
Schimmelfenning.
I didn't want to destroy it. So now they are ending the parade, and we hope that everyone has enjoyed the parade as much as Kathy and I have.
Thank you so much, Doug. This is our second year of talking on the parade, and we do have a gift to gab, so hopefully we didn't talk too much to everybody, but we had to get everything in line too.
Maybe that's why they went by fast.
That's true. Thank you. And thank you so much, WSTO.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan. And please remember our veterans on this solemn day. As the fire trucks are wrapping up, and even though we thanked everybody to show up, there was one public service announcement that we didn't mention. Yes, we do want to mention that both posts, both the VFW Post 328 and the Stoughton American Legion Post 59, both rent their halls for private parties, celebrations of life, funerals, and serve foods and luncheons upon request. They both have websites, so take the time to look them up and see what's happening.
And that's a great thing to know that it is open to to different events like that. And I know the Lions Club uses the American Legion as one of our monthly meeting place. So they're very, very cordial and very welcoming at the American Legion.
There's live music at the American Legion Post 59, a lot of times on Fridays, sometimes on Saturdays, and there's been a jam. And Doug, you're always in one of those. You're either in the jam or you're playing karaoke, singing karaoke. You're a great singer, and we sure.
Thank you.
No, I'm not
Thank
just
you.
saying that. You and also Julie Nygaard, who is also going to, like every year, sing at the Memorial Day program today.
She will be doing that very shortly.
Well, this does now conclude the parade, and really, we do want to thank everybody for watching. So, thank you so much.
Yep, thanks, Kathy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.